Hey y'all, it's your girl KB back with another review for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4, Episode 7. I can't fix this. I can't. It's above me now. Literally, it's above me now. Rest in peace to that little fetus. So, well, it probably wasn't even a fetus yet, right? That joint was still in zygote stage. She was only a few weeks pregnant. And this is not me being insensitive. I'm just saying, it wasn't quite a fetus yet. Episode, it was cool, I guess. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad episode, but it's just not feeling like this is the final season. Like, it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. Like, I feel like we need going out with a bang, and it's giving us going out with a little soft sizzle. Just a little soft sizzle. And I'm wondering if you've watched these reviews before. I'm sure you've heard me say it. I'm wondering if that's because this ain't quite the finale. He's just wrapping it up on Stars because he's going to partner with somebody else. Because, like I said in previous reviews, he done bought a whole set. He done bought a whole, like, studio. Like how Tyler Perry got Tyler Perry Studios. He got 50 Cent Studios. It's probably G-Unit Studios. So I can't imagine him scrapping all of his old shows to start with a whole set new with all new shows. I feel like he has to reprise original Power in a way. The way that he's, keeping Tasha in the mix, is kind of giving me like, we might get everybody back together again. Go ahead, give Tommy a reason to come back to New York, and you gonna reprise original Power or Power Book 5. We added in New York again. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. I just feel like it's got to be something. So hopefully that's why it's not feeling like it's the final season, because it ain't. All right, so on to the episode. Diana is in the hospital, and as I mentioned, she lost the baby. Remember, Felicia beat her up in the alley and literally like stomped and kicked on her stomach. Just disgusting, heinous behavior. She got what she deserved. Anyway, she in the hospital. Reek is there with her, and they ready to go get Felicia, basically. But Diana is fussing at Tariq because she's like, you said you would protect us if you stayed in the game. Look at me. Do I look protected? Look at my face. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Ain't no baby no more. He's like, I'm having a hard time. She's just like, you ain't even want this baby. You ain't even want this baby. I told you I ain't want this baby growing up in the life, and look at us. This annoyed me. This annoyed me so bad. Not saying that Diana does not have the right to be mad, because in the words of Solange, was it Solange? It was Tweet on a Solange song. I got a lot to be mad about. That is Diana right now. She has a lot to be mad about. Absolutely. Not gonna take anything away from that. But with her going off on Tariq like this, I'm like, Tariq didn't do nothing wrong. Like, Tariq didn't do nothing wrong. You wrapped up with Felicia and Carter because of your mama. Your mama stole them drugs and got busted by Carter, and now she gotta pay him some off of the top. That ain't got nothing to do with Reek. When Felicia came to you to kill Zion, Reek handled it so that you didn't have to. Reek actually was the only one who helped you in this situation. Your mama got you in this situation. So I get it. It might be a little harder to be mad at your mama than your man. But be mad at your mama. Because this your mama fault. Okay? Let's direct that anger where it belongs. To Monet. Okay? Don't do Rick. Don't do Rick. He ain't did nothing but be there for you in these 2 weeks of pregnancy. Okay? Well, he ain't even know it's been 2 weeks. This week of pregnancy. Okay? So let's see what's next. Speaking of Monet, she gets there and Rick is leaving as she gets there. She sees that he on a mission and they're having a conversation. She's like, how was she? Oh, you know, she is good as she can be. And what about the baby? Man, hey, you know. And so she's sad about it. And she tells Rick basically that what she tell him? This is family business. Like, thank you for being there for her. Thank you for making sure she was good, making sure she gets to the hospital and all that. But this is family business. And he like, no disrespect, but one, I don't work for you no more. And two, that was my baby too. So I'm going to do what I got to do for what was supposed to be my little family. Okay? So he goes on off and Monet goes to check on Diana. She's asking, who did this to you? Diana's like, I just want to go home. I'm not trying to worry about none of this. Okay, I asked the nurse, can you be discharged? But who did this to you? Diana says, it was that B, Felicia. As she's saying this, Kane is walking into the room and he's coming to check on Diana. He kind of looks at her face and like, turn her cheek so he can see like all the damage to her face. And he's like, who is Felicia? Who's Felicia? Monet is like, boy, going on somewhere. We got this. You ain't gonna be able to handle this. Like, going on, talking crazy to him like she always do. He leans into Diana. He's like, when she F this up, call me. That cracked me up. That cracked me up. When she F this up, call me. And he walks on out. Monet tells her, like, listen, I don't want your brother wrapped up with Carter and them. I'm trying to protect him. Like, I'm trying to protect him from being with these fools because he don't need that type of heat. Like, okay? So we see Reek get to his dorm room and it is cracking me up, y'all, because why is Brayden, I forgot until I watched somebody else's review. Brayden is not even a student there anymore. Brayden is not even a student anymore, y'all. I forgot because he just be on campus with everybody else like he is. So Brayden is in the room. Tariq busts in, he getting his murder bag together and they kind of get into a little argument about Brayden being a whole cokehead out here. Just a whole druggie. Because remember, he took that bump last night and jumped on stage while Lil Freestyle Unity was performing. But they can't worry about how he messed that up right now because the mister of Lil Freestyle Unity, he at the dough. He mad and he's telling them, hey, we ain't doing this party stuff no more. Like, after last night, I ain't got time. I know you be using us to sell your drugs. He was mad. He said, I don't know if we got fiends or fans. Like, no, we can't do this no more. So Rick is pissed and he's trying to jack them all up on the wall. But I'm like, Mr. Freestyle Unity look like he kind of big, so you might want to stop playing with him. You might, just maybe. Rick goes off on Brayden because this is absolutely his fault. Like, even though Mr. Freestyle Unity felt that way, he probably was just gonna, gritted his best teeth until whatever. But Brayden doing that really kind of, threw salt in the game, messed up the mix. It's just was not okay. So yeah, and no more parties. So next we see Councilman Tate. Well, I don't know about next. I just do these reviews. I don't know what's in order. Next we see Councilman Tate in the morgue looking at his brother's body. Detective Carter, y'all, he gotta go. I feel like he has to go by the end of this season. Councilman Tate probably get Reek to do it. Councilman Tate probably pull out the black gloves and all black himself to vindicate his brother. But I feel like Councilman Tate gonna be the one behind Carter going bye-bye. by the end of the season. So Taylor's like, I used to do this. I used to be a boy and boy. I used to be a cop. You find out who did this to my brother. Carter tells, not Detective Tate was gone, tells Councilman Tate that it was Russians. Did he tell him that, or did he tell his people that? I can't quite remember. But Carter is sweating bullets at this point. His block is hot, and he sees that Councilman Tate is absolutely not going to stop until he finds his brother's killer. So, next, Felicia. He's talking to, his team, his little team, whatever. And Felicia is talking ish about Kamal as if he deserved to die. So Carter's just like, no. He was a good cop. Cool it with all that. You know what I mean? So Felicia and Nico are confused because they're like, well, why would the Russians want to take out Kamal? Like, they ain't had no point for that. Like, they just kind of confused. So they, at this point, they're giving Carter the side eye because they know something's up. Something's fishy. Speaking of Felicia, Diana is ready to catch her first body. She tells Monet that she got this one. This was my baby, okay? I'm going to take care of this. Monet is trying to calm her down, of course, but she says she's going to talk to Detective Carter. Monet calls Carter and tells him about Felicia. And she's like, you sent your little flunkies to come over here and mess with my family. She hurt Diana really bad, and she, unalived her baby. And she tried to get Diana to take out Zion. He ain't know about none of this. And he's like, well, I'll handle it. Monet is trying to convince him, like, let me handle it. She gonna be a problem for you. Let me take care of it. He's like, no, you think I'm gonna let you kill one of my cops? Like, no, I will handle it. But you can see that he is very pissed off about it because Felicia is just all outside with it with no care. Just unhinged as I'll get out. Like, this lady is crazy. So he ends up going to talk to Felicia, and he's like, are you using again? I said, again? So you knew? You knew she was using, and you just let her be out on the team willy-nilly with weapons? Like, who child? Jesus the Christ. So, like I said, all of them needs to go down. Carter and his whole team needs to get murked, fired, or in jail. Or two of the three. Okay? They just have to go. She, tells him, she's trying to explain for herself, basically. So she tells him that she didn't know that Diana was pregnant, which is a lie. It was all a lie. She lied, everybody, because there were baby clothes. When y'all got there, it was baby clothes everywhere. You asked Diana how many kids she got. She said none. Monet old behind ain't pregnant. You knew that girl was pregnant, and you stomped her in her stomach regardless. Like, you didn't even care. So, yeah. She also tells him, because he's like, well, why would you get her to take out Zion? I asked you to do that, okay? So he is really, really pissed about that because it's like, you have to tell people about what's happening for them to go do something. So I don't know what's getting out there. He's really, really mad because she was supposed to be the one to handle that. She's like, listen, I had a meeting with internal affairs. They was on me, and I had to get somebody to do it. I tried to get Monet to do it. She wasn't home. I asked Diana to do it. She didn't do it. She got Tariq St. Patrick to do it. He said, what? How you know that? And she just like, he's like, oh my God, not the safe house cameras. Yeah, the safe house cameras. She's like, don't worry. I deleted it. Nobody will see it. It's only one feed? Like, okay. All right. So remember, y'all, Drew is in jail. He calls Diana from his little smuggled in phone, and he's mad. He's just like, I should have been there for you. And she starts popping off at him. Yeah, but you weren't. You weren't here. You weren't here for me. I'm just like, girl, relax. So Drew still has to take out, I got Zion in my notes, but Zion is gone. I meant to say Roman. He still got to take out Roman. They had a little moment in the yard. He's going around, where's Roman? Where's Roman? One guy is like, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you. He gonna have me on his hit list too. I ain't messing with Roman. I ain't messing with Roman. And Roman ends up walking over there and threatens to unalive Drew. We laughing because we know that's not how it's gonna go. And they kind of get into a little scuffle. We see somebody had pulled out a weapon. Was it Drew pulled out a weapon? Somebody pulled out a weapon. We see, okay, cool. And then one of the guards comes over to break it up. And as he's about to break it up, he hit Drew with one of them. I said, was that or am I tripping? Am I tripping? What's up? I said, maybe I'm tripping. So, nope, I wasn't tripping. That same guard came by later on that night when everybody's in their cell in lockup, and he gives Drew a slip of paper. It says, Roman, cell 13. He unlocks Drew's cell, walks off, unlocks Roman's cell, walks off. So, Roman was in there about to be his meat, y'all. About to choke the chicken, okay? About to have a sexual eruption, okay? He is in there about to whack it, okay? And he's got his back to the door. I guess, you don't want the guard coming by to see your meat or whatever. So, Drew comes in. He's got like a bed sheet and chokes him out from the back. Chokes him out from the back and kills him. Unalives him, and makes it look like he hung himself. Like puts, the sheet around, hangs it from the cell. Makes it look like he hung himself. So, yeah. For some reason, my mind, my intrusive thoughts, every time Drew do, some a murder, or he know what's happening in a drug deal, or anytime Drew got his leg up on a competition, all I hear in my head is, so what, I'm gay, from Jussie Smollett on Empire. That's all I'm hearing. So what, I'm gay. I still Merkle nigga, okay? Don't let the homosexuality fool you. I still up that yapper. I still unalive a man with my bare hands, okay? Like, so what, I'm gay. Okay? Anywho, so he finally gets out. He did what he was in there to do and then some. So he finally gets out. Carter's outside, and Carter's kind of downloading him on everything that's been happening. But Drew had a phone and was talking to Diana. He already know what was happening. So, Carter is basically giving him this talk like, listen, honesty is everything for me. It's everything. You get so far with me with honesty. I was like, okay. Good to know, I guess. Because like I said, Drew had demands. Ooh, refreshing. And I got something real refreshing, y'all. It's these strawberries and cream coconut milk drink. I've been drinking the Target peach and mango coconut water. I drink it straight out the carton, or I use it for smoothies. So good. And so when I saw this, I said, okay, this is coconut milk. Let's see what it's going for. The girl is thirsty. I don't even really be hungry. I be thirsty. And I cannot find my water bottle. Yeah, I have a big purple 70 ounce, I think, 70 ounce water jug that has really been lost for a week. And I'm like, how do you lose something that big? Okay. That ain't what y'all here for. Me and my water intake. Okay. Back to what we doing. Back to what we're here for. We are 20 minutes in. Do you think I got 10? Okay. Maybe not 10. Maybe 15. We gotta see. We gotta see. So, yeah, he lets Drew know honesty is everything with me. Be on the up and up. Don't be trying to play behind my back. Yada, yada, yada. Blizz, blah. So, next we see Tariq go to his mama. And I'm like, is Tasha still in witness protection? Or is she no longer in witness protection? She just living regular now because he just went to her house. I'm like, he just went to her apartment. So he goes to see his mom because he needs to talk to somebody that he can trust. We see Yasmin. She done grew up. She was like, Tariq, do you want to see my new room? That baby can't act. Somebody help that baby deliver them lines. So he's basically telling his mama about the baby, about Diana and everything. And she's trying to talk him out of doing the dumb thing. You know, she's like, don't retaliate. Don't be out there like that. Don't be like your parents. That's the part that's on right now. I like when it lines up like that. What am I supposed to do? Just act like nothing happened? Believe these motherfuckers pretend like they didn't do shit to me. You still aren't getting it. They did it to you too. What was stolen from Diana, you lost it too. That child was hope. That child was hope. But she's telling him, don't be like your parents. Don't be no murderer. Oh, she's the one that says, I can't fix this for you, baby. And I ain't finna let you kill no cop. I'm trying to find where she said that funny line. Strategic. Like it was when you shot me. I bet you know I shot her. Strategic. Because your family is here. And we are waiting for you. So please be smart. Be strategic. So she's like, don't be out here being stupid. Don't be trying to just retaliate. Like, you got to be smart. You need to be here for this family. This is your family. You need to be smart. You need to be strategic. He said, like you was when you shot Monet. She said, that bitch don't know I shot her. Yeah, that cracked me up. That made me laugh so hard. That bitch don't know I shot her. So we see Diana has been following Felicia. She's at her house and she's ready for her moment. Felicia is taking out her trash, leaves the door open. Diana sneaks in. She got her ping, ping, pow, pow. When Felicia get back in there, Diana's like, don't move. Freeze. I'm gonna get you for what you did to me, you dirty bee. And Felicia's just like, oh no, Diana, no, don't do it. You know how she gets when she's trying to reason. When she's trying to reason with Diana, I didn't even want to be a bad cop. I just have to listen to him. That is terrible. What are they even doing? Yeah. Felicia trying to reason with her, saying that she did not know about the baby, like I said, which was a lie. Diana know it was a lie. Diana is doing all this talking. Girl, just pull the trigger, my baby. Pull the trigger. Of course, they get into a scuffle. Diana loses the gun, but Diana is holding her own in this fight. I said, oh, okay. And she ends up grabbing a cast iron skillet and smashing Felicia's head in. She kind of paused at one point, like, am I really finna do this? And then she was like, yeah, I'm really finna do this. Whack up, whack up, whack up. And you know, Power good with the graphics and stuff, so Mm-hmm. Was crazy. So Diana looks up and she sees some toys at the end of the hallway. So now she instantly is feeling regret, feeling like, oh man, there's a little baby in her somewhere. She don't want this child to find his mama like that. So she stays. She stays. She don't run. She stays. She takes off her gloves. She calls Tariq. He comes over. The little boy wakes up. He's like at the top of the stairs. They're like, whoa, 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 don't come downstairs. We're friends of your parents. We're friends of your mom. You know, we're officer such and such and officer such and such. She has to work a late shift, so she asked us to come over and watch you. Little boy's just like, okay. So Diana tells him, go upstairs, pick out a bedtime story. I'll be up there to read it as she leaves Tariq to clean up. But pause, y'all. Pause. Felicia was living this reckless when she had a little child at home. She was living this reckless with a little baby at home. That was so disappointing. So now Monet is there because she sees that the gun is not in her safe. It's like a family reunion in here. I said, why is everybody here? And like I said, y'all know my notes be all over the place. I don't be quite in order. It's just when I go on one piece of the story, I'm not going to break it up like the episode do. But I'm sure y'all fine with that. So, where we at? Monet there. Carter ends up getting there too, and he's with Drew. So everybody's like, what's going on? Drew is like, he said to be honest with him, so I'm gonna be honest with him. Like, the drugs was from this person, this is from this person, she did this, she wanna did this, I did this, they did this. Drew is just like, here cop. Here cop. He just put me in jail. I had to really go to jail to kill a nigga. So I think I don't want to lie to him. I ain't trying to play with him. So here it is. Here. Is this served to your liking? You need a little warmer? What about now? That good? All right, because I don't want no problems. Drew said, I got time. Loyal to who? I'm loyal to myself. Okay? I'm looking out for me and my family if need be. In this case, yeah, I told Carter, leave y'all alone. So here we are. Right? So the Russians, everything. Carter gets there and he's just like, where's his son? Where's her son? He's upstairs, boy. You need to relax. So in this whole little thing, Carter tells them, what did he tell them? He told them, can y'all hear Melina laughing like that? He basically was like, I own y'all. Y'all better do what I say, or all y'all gonna be dead, or all y'all gonna be in jail. And Tariq was like, unless what? And Carter was like, I like the way you think. And so they kind of have some little, I really cannot remember what this conversation was. I thought I had it in my notes, but I really don't remember. But basically, it was just kind of like that everybody acknowledging that Carter is the one in power right now. We're going to have to get down to the nitty gritty and really have some secret meetings if we're trying to go up against him. And we can't tell him to his face, this ain't that type of party. He will, like I said. Okay, so, hey, this was all of that. So Noma is over there mad because how she gonna clean her money in the States if Wiley is gone? Davis is there. He's like, oh, so you need a able-minded American, eh? And flashes his winning smile. So he basically was like, you need an American to be on your paperwork to have this, that, and the third, because you can't just come over here and be doing all of that. I said, nothing gonna be in bed literally and professionally. What on earth can go wrong with that? So first she was just kind of like, no. You be representing all these drug dealers. You ain't all that squeaky clean to be helping me try to remain with the squeaky clean image. So I'm like, baby, you ain't got many options now, girl. you really ain't got that many options. So Kane gets there and he's kind of looking like, when you start smashing Davis, because she's in her robe. She's in her robe. And so he kind of annoyed when he leave, when Davis leave. He like, when you start smashing him? She like, baby, I don't answer to you. You are still my employee, okay? Just because you dropping that thing off don't mean that your position goes any higher, okay? It just means I won't be so quick to unalive you if necessary. I'll still do it if it's necessary, but I won't be as quick to do it. That's all. That is all the privileges that they get you, okay? This is. I said put him in line, Noma, because the fact that you let him go to that meeting with you, you messed up. You messed up the power dynamics. You messed up the power dynamics allowing him to go to that meeting with you. So you needed this moment to put him back in check, okay? So she's like, and why you worried about me and what I'm doing? You need to be worried about all these things that I asked you to do and you're not delivering, okay? Who took the drugs? Who keeps tipping off the cops? That's what you need to go worry about. So he ends up going to Effie for help. And Effie is like, well, yeah, I already know that they some dirty cops because, no, was this first? This might be later. So Effie, he goes to Effie, and of course she's gonna help. She's like, I need a cop's computer to get into to access the cop database or, whatever. So they go get help from Brayden because, I mean, hey, you need a white face. Okay, so they're acting like, I cannot remember for the life of me how they decided whose computer they was going to try to tap into or who lived the club. I can't remember why they chose this guy of all of the cops, but this is where they go. So they act like they got carjacked. Do they act like they got carjacked or were in an accident? Either way, they show up at the cop's door knowing that he's not there, the wife is there, and they need help. Brayden is bleeding, Effie got blood on her. And she's like, oh, y'all need me to call the police for y'all? Y'all can wait right here while I call the police. And they end up, putting on the theatrics and the dramatics for her to let them in the house. So she tells them, okay, we already called the cops. They'll be here in a minute. He was just taking me back to school. My boyfriend was taking me back to school, and that's when it happened, yada, yada, yada. That's why we're here. And the lady's like, oh, girl, you bleeding. And she's like, oh, this is not my blood, this is his blood. Let me go clean myself up. Can you show me to the bathroom? If he goes to the bathroom, turns the water on, and shuts the door as if she's in there. She goes to the bedroom, which is miraculously, well, not even the bedroom, wherever the laptop is, miraculously right next to the bathroom. I said, oh, thank you, PowerScript. How perfect. So she's in there and she's got a little flash drive, puts it in there, copying the files over. And as the lady, the cop's wife, is downstairs with Brayden, Brayden says like they're headed somewhere or something like that. So the lady is like, but she said that you were taking her back to school. And so she's like, where is she? Anyway, I'll be right back. So she dips off to go find Effie. She is going to the bathroom and is about to open the bathroom door. Effie texts Kane. Now, Kane, ding dong, rings the doorbell. Of course, that takes precedence over whatever she's doing because, it's TV. So she goes downstairs, opens the door. It's Kane in a cop outfit talking about, yeah, I'm Officer Ramirez. I got a call, about an accident or a carjacking. I said, baby, not Du-Bois Ramirez from season 1. I know that ain't his uniform. So he's acting like he's the cop that they called. Effie comes on downstairs after the files finish copying, and Kane, the Officer Ramirez Kane, he's like, all right, well, I'll give them a ride to the station to file a report. Caucasian male, please come. Caucasian male, please come. So with the info, Effie finds out and what she already knows. She's like, they're dirty cops. Carter has a whole team of dirty cops. They took some money from me and they didn't log it. I looked at the files and they did not log it. I know that they took the money because it was money from me. Like, so Noma's like, okay, bet. So they are at Kane's spot, Mecca's old spot, and they talking. He's about to go to Dublin. He gotta go handle some business. Effie tells Kane that I'm gonna stay here until you get back. I said, baby, you couldn't have thought that was a smart idea. You would have been like, I'm going to campus and having to call you when he was free, girlfriend. So with Carter, he keeps telling the councilman Tate it was the Russians. So they end up going, him and Nico and Felicia, they go to take out one of the Russians. Nico is confused and he's like, you sure it was him? Like, I just don't, this ain't making sense. So Carter goes to tell Tate they handled it. I got the guy who killed your brother. So next we see Kane is trying to make chess moves, y'all. He offers to marry Noma so that she can get citizenship. She needs an American to be a majority on the paperwork for the business, yada, yada, yada. Y'all, she looking like she might actually go for it. So this is cracking me up because I'm like, now both of your little boyfriends is offering themselves up for you to have your business popping and stay in the States, child. I was cracking up. Who do you think she gonna pick? Or do you think it's gonna be a combination of, both of y'all gonna help me? If that's the case, I can't wait to see it and how they interact because essentially y'all are low-key like a throuple. Like the men ain't nowhere, but y'all are all working in the interest of what is best for this relationship. So even though y'all not sexual, y'all are still very intentional with the care and advice you give to the other two people in this throuple. So they're a throuple. Kane, Noma, Davis, they're a throuple. I would like to see it. So that's it. I think that's it for the episode. It's the part where Carter took him to see the Russian body. Like, yeah, this got your brother. This got your brother.
So this task force is taking the cut off the top for themselves. Got any names of these dirty motherfuckers? The ones in on the reef.
And Effie had gave him a list of all of the names of the dirty cops. She had all their little profiles printed out. And so he saw Felicia. Kane saw Felicia and was like, Felicia, huh? Because they was just talking about Felicia.
Plus, I'm sure you got some robot shit to do, so yeah, now.
But Effie trying to get her man back from Noma. Effie trying to get her man back from Noma. And it was funny because when Kane offered to marry Noma and everything, and he kind of laid it out as a business deal, and she was like, our business? And he was like, really, can be whatever you want. And you can get Davis to draw up some papers to protect your money. I ain't trying to take your stuff or nothing. Like, let me know what's good, baby girl. Big mama. That's big mama. That ain't baby girl. That's big mama. Effie baby girl. No big mama. But I think that's it. That's it, y'all. I've been at it for 38 minutes. So, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what y'all think of this episode. Is it like giving lukewarm? It's giving lukewarm. It's giving... It was made with regular butter and not garlic butter. You feel me? You just need a little dash or something there. But I will see y'all on the next one. Yeah.